So, I want to talk about this little lovely device. Well, hold on. I've got all this stuff. I'm always on my headphones. I've got either music playing or a motivational talk playing or some type of education, or I'm on the phone with them. So, these are like my lifeline. I love them. So this guy. We spend a lot of time wasting time with our phones, and we spend X amount of dollars a month on the phone. Verizon came out with this new plan that you basically lease the phone. You pay monthly to have the newest phone, and you can upgrade, which now I see there's an iPhone SE, which I have no idea what the new specs are, but I was like, well, I have an S. I thought that was cool. But anyway, so in terms of, I like to think in terms of investment. Whenever I'm spending money on something, I'm like, okay, what's my return on my investment? To be honest, I think I maybe have one or two games. I have one game on my phone. One right there. And it's Words with Friends, because I like to play against my friends, and that's cool. I also have, the only other two games, if you will, are like educating games. So like Luminosity, brain, games that, help to improve like your brain function and your mental clarity and recall and strategic thinking and things like that. I'm kind of a dork with these things. But I really don't have any games on my phone, and I think I put some on my iPad the other day just because I'm trying to have this like balance in life, as in like, okay, I actually probably do need to like relax a little bit. That's something that I'm growing into. So we all have these, places of life that we have to like grow into. I remember years ago I was learning how to incorporate fitness into my lifestyle and learning how to eat healthier. And like now that's super easy. It's just like it's life. It's like the back of my hand, it's just the way that I live. But my struggle to like, let's say, sleep enough is equivalent to the struggle that another individual might be having to, let's say, eat healthier and not have ice cream late at night, or to incorporate fitness, to get up early and go for, a workout. So it's a continuous journey. And let me just say this, like if you look at another individual, let's say you work with them or you see them at the gym, and you're thinking to yourself, my goodness, like they're super fit. Like and maybe you don't say this to yourself, but you're thinking in your brain, in the very back, in the subconscious, I could not be like them. That's totally BS. Because all they're doing, like you have access to do the same exact habits that they've done. And while your expression of those habits will be different because you're a different person, you will never be another person, you have the power to do the same things with your life. So it's all a journey. Everybody is going through some type of challenge and growing. And if they don't admit to that, they're full of crap. So that was a side note. So anyway, about the productivity of using one of these things. I highly recommend, if you have fitness goals, downloading an app called MyFitnessPal. It's hard to see. It's hard to record a screen or take a picture of a screen. Have y'all tried that? So MyFitnessPal is fantastic for a couple of reasons. I'm not really big on calorie counting per se. I like being mindful of how many calories that I am taking in during the day, but I'm not like down to the wire like, oh, I can eat like, one more piece of, I can have a slice of apple, or like 3 nuts. No, don't get hyper crazy about it. But MyFitnessPal taught me a few things whenever I first downloaded it. It taught me portion control. It taught me how to look at the labels of food and understand, okay, a portion of peanuts, per se, or almonds is, let's say a quarter of a cup. And this is the amount of fat, this is the amount of calories, this is the amount of protein. I could enter it and I could understand how I'm fueling my body. One of the coolest tools that I love about MyFitnessPal, and let me see if I can change the brightness. If you change the brightness, then you can probably see it. One of the coolest tools that I've seen with MyFitnessPal is the ability to see the percentage of your macros. Macros are it's short for macronutrients, and macronutrients are fat, protein, and carbohydrates. So one of the coolest tools that I love about MyFitnessPal is that you can look at, what your goals are for the day of, your percentage of fat, your percentage of calories that are coming from carbs, and your percentage of your calories that are coming from protein. And it shows you, there we go, you can kind of see it. Sorry about the glare. It shows you where you're at. And it also, if you tap on it, you can see, okay, for me personally, I've had 96 grams of protein today, and it tells me, my goal is 120. I like in the least being mindful of what my percentage of protein is for the day. Right now, I've got 35% protein. I've had some crazy workouts in the last couple of weeks that I am really trying to be mindful of rebuilding my muscles. So for me, having 35% protein is fantastic. So anyway, long story short, I don't want to keep this long. Download MyFitnessPal. You can use your phone for so many productive things, from tracking your steps to keeping notes.